Other news, in the midst of a full-on investigation into alleged corruption involving Guam Senator Jim Espaldon in a CNMI diesel generator deal and an ethics complaint against him, our CNMI correspondent Thomas Manglona sits down with CNMI Rep Ed Propst, who lodged the complaint against Espaldon, for more on the controversy.
A web of alleged conflict and corruption. CNMI Governor Ralph Torres requesting the resignation of all CUC board members after a series of unfolding discoveries into the contentious RFQ for a lucrative diesel generator contract. CNMI Congressman Ed Propst filed an ethics complaint on May 16, 2017 regarding Senator James Espaldon's involvement.
Calls into question the relationship with Robert and Amelia Tolkis. Obviously, Senator Espaldon came out, to Saipan multiple times and was the chief negotiator. So this ethics complaint was filed because I needed to find out, not just me, but the ratepayers, all of us need to find out the relationship.
One of his many questions: how did a sitting senator at Guam become the attorney or chief negotiator for Saipan-based General Pacific Services, Marianas Inc. or GPSM, which submitted a request for, quote, for a diesel generating plant system? A deal worth $11.7 million stopped in its tracks after Propst says whistleblowers within the agency said enough is enough.
How did Senator Espaldon become the chief negotiator, for one? And as a chief negotiator, he should have been aware of the request for quote and all the elements, all the players involved.
Propst tells PNC that it took less than an hour for him and his staff to put the moving parts of the complaint together. In the 5-page letter, Propst points out that Senator Espaldon's chief of staff, Philip Roberto, was GPSM's vice president and is also the stepson of CUC chairwoman Adeline Roberto, who notarized the articles of incorporation for GPSM. In addition, its registered agent was CUC board member Albert Titano.
What was he expected? When he spoke to me initially, he said that he was doing this all for free. But is it really free? Now, if he's been out here multiple times, how many times did he come out? And were any of these trips paid for by Robert or Amelia Tolkis?
He says he'd also like to know why GPSM President Amelia Tolkis was never involved in any negotiations with CUC.
So that calls into question who really is in charge. Is it her, or is it her husband, Robert Tolkis, who was involved in the process?
Whether or not the Guam Legislative Committee on Ethics finds cause for an investigation, Congressman Ed Propst says that he hopes at the end of the day, ultimately, the truth comes out. And whether or not that means Senator Espaldon remains in office, he says he trusts the Guam Legislative Committee to do their job. Reporting for the Pacific News Center, I'm Thomas Manglona.